Hello, I'm Janine Garza, and I'm going to present public service cluster for you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Do you want me to bring the PowerPoint?
Yes. Because was I supposed to say something else?
No, you're good. I'm going to do it right now.
Okay. I guess I'll say you'll be seeing it PowerPoint.
Yeah. So you're live.
Okay.
And I am just bringing up the PowerPoint. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
A calling or career in public service. The fields of study that we're going to discuss tonight are child development, criminal justice, fire service administration, homeland security and emergency management, kinesiology, paralegal, police academy, and teaching. Is it for you? Do you feel a calling to teach or work with children? Child development or teaching might be for you. Are you interested in the career of fitness, athletic training, or coaching? Kinesiology degree is your fit. Are you compelled to protect and serve? Fire Service Administration, Homeland Security, and Emergency Management, or the Police Academy is waiting. Are you passionate about a career in the legal field? Paralegal is a good start. Benefits of public service? Does a service career appeal to you? Do you want to be proactive and give back to your community? Do you want to make a significant difference in the real world? Why choose paralegal at CTC? A paralegal, also known as a legal assistant or legal clerk, is a professional who, by training and experience, is qualified to perform legal functions under the direction and supervision of an attorney, court, or military command. CTC's paralegal legal assistant programs equip students to gain employment in federal, state, military, and private sector law departments, even to go on to law school. Bottom line for paralegal, there's potential earnings of $48,921 annually and market growth 5 to 8%. For a lawyer, it's $114,970 annually and market growth 5 to 8%. To be a lawyer, you will have to go beyond a bachelor's degree. You're now going to be watching a video to learn more about paralegal. And the point of contact is Cheryl Jones at cheryl.jones@ctcd.edu. We will now see a video.
My name is Jason Heflin, and I'm here doing a paralegal degree here. The program is special to me primarily because it's something that I want to do in life and eventually become a lawyer and eventually work towards being inside the courtroom. So I think this is a good prep in order to educate myself enough to get inside the courtroom.
Actually, what makes our program so special, and very unique, by the way, is that every single one of our teachers is a practicing attorney. We're not giving just some theory out of a textbook. We're telling you the way it really is because we do it every single day. We have actually 2 endpoints in the program. The first is just a one-year certificate, and that's primarily designed as a way to get qualified to at least get in the door at law firms. But ultimately, it culminates in an Associates of Applied Science in about 1.5 to 2 years. And that's really for those people who want to truly be paralegals or to go on to a bachelor's degree on the path to law school. Whether you want to just get into the field as quickly as possible or you're willing to put more years in and ultimately be an attorney, CTC is the perfect start point.
So maybe you've seen something in that video that makes you want to go ahead and do CTC's paralegal program. Why choose teaching at CTC? The teaching program is ideal for those students wishing to become teachers in the public school setting. Students completing their first 2 years at CTC and continue on to a 4-year institution to complete the rest of their studies. These courses are available 100% online. The bottom line for teaching, base salary for a new bachelor degree teacher in Killeen Independent School District is $50,300. Additional pay for select teacher assignments, bilingual classroom, which is for elementary, is $5,000 more. Special education self-contained classroom is $3,500 more. High school shortages in math, physics, and chemistry, $3,120 more. And then career and technical education teacher will have an addition $1,305 to $2,080. Now we're going to watch a video on teaching, and the point of contact is Dr. Laura Lamper.
I do actually really enjoy it because our teacher, she just hypes us up all the time, and she's like, yes, you're going to be a teacher, you're going to do great things, and it's all going to be great, and here's why, and you're going to be part of it.
This program is the Associate of Arts in Teaching, the AAT program, and it's basically the first 2 years of a 4-year degree plan for students who are interested in becoming public school teachers. The first class they take in our department is EDUC 1301, which is Intro to Teaching, and they actually are put in the field right away. They have contact hours with children in the public schools at all the different grade levels immediately. Something else interesting about our department, and that I think is really helpful for students, is that we do have a good working relationship and articulation agreements with Texas A&M University Central Texas and Texas Tech University. So most of our students actually do transfer to one of those two schools after they finish their first 2 years in our AAT program.
Like I said, the point of contact is Dr. Laura Lamper at laura.lamper@ctcd.edu. In addition to the teaching associate's degree, we do have a brand new degree that is child development instructional aid teacher assistant degree, and that comes out this fall. Why choose Fire Service Administration at CTC? This degree provides firefighters with basic fire safe science skills along with coursework in emergency management, business, and academic areas to move them forward into advanced positions within the fire department. Bottom line for Fire Service Administration, the job outlook for firefighters is expected to grow 5% over the next decade. The median annual wage for firefighters is $49,620 per year. That is as of May 2018. The mean wage for fire chief nationally is $72,020 per year. The point of contact is John Silla at john www.scylla@ctcd.edu. Why choose kinesiology at CTC? Are you interested in a career in fitness, athletic training, or coaching? An Associates of Science in Kinesiology will help start your fitness journey and provide you the knowledge, skills, and confidence needed to work in the fitness industry. Our graduates can look forward to working in personal fitness training and athletic training, teaching, coaching, adaptive physical education, recreation, and many other exciting careers in the fitness industry. The courses are now available 100% online. Bottom line for kinesiology, each of these career fields has an average or faster than average growth rate. Personal fitness trainer, instructor, potential earnings, $38,160 annually. Athletic trainer, potential earnings, $58,700 annually. Physical education teacher, potential earnings, $41,607 annually. Exercise physiology, potential earnings, $48,806 annually. And coach or coaching, potential earnings, $36,263 annually.
Okay, we have a question that we might be able to address real quickly, and I'm
Okay.
hoping you might know, and if not, I have a decent idea. But we have a question about the interdisciplinary studies, and does it include teaching?
The interdisciplinary studies does not include the teaching components. The two classes that fall under teaching education and child development department, because that's where the department that I work for, is the intro to the teaching profession and intro to special populations. But interdisciplinary studies does give you a lot of the core course requirements.
So a lot of the times, to be pretty much to be an actual classroom teacher, you have to have a bachelor's degree.
Correct.
And so what happens is that you're going to take the core education, which is what the interdisciplinary degree plan will do for you. There are some general electives that you can usually choose from, and you can pick the teaching classes that Ms. Garza just showed you.
Yeah, there would be the EDUC courses.
But if you want to, since we have the question, I really want to make sure that we address it. What I want you to also see here, I'm going to open up the website. Well, you go to the main page. When you look at the academic department that programs, oh, that's not it. I did the wrong one. Sorry. Academics. Instruction. Oh, here it is. Instructional. They moved something here, but that's fine. So if you go under child development, which is where the teaching is located, and you move something here real quick. Let me close this down and I can bring it up a bit. These are the degree plans that they have, and these are the teaching course descriptions for those classes that Ms. Garza is mentioning. If you want to go towards teaching, they recommend the teaching certification, but it's very, very similar. If you look at it, it's very similar to the interdisciplinary studies. It just has more of it has the introduction to teaching professions.
And then special populations.
And special populations down here. Of course, it also, well, you could pick either that one or child growth development, depending on which direction you want to go to. But pretty much the rest of it is almost identical, really. So they might want you to take more specific sciences, like in this case, you say life and physical science selection. So they might want some more specific sciences, but in reality, it ultimately is very similar. So it just depends on what you want to do. Am I on the right
Yes.
track, Ms. Garza?
Yes, you are. The intro to teaching does have, like the video showed, it does have 16 hours of field experience where you're going to actually be working in the public school system. You're going to have 4 hours elementary, 4 hours middle school, 4 hours high school, and 4 hours that you'll be working or doing your field experiences either with administration, something like that. For special populations, it's 16 hours of field experiences as well. Some of it can be with a pre-K, or because of special populations, we're looking at children with uh, diverse abilities, in other words, special needs. So you would be doing your hours in different areas like that.
Okay. So I hope that answers your question, Ms. Champagne. And if not, then please let us know. We will go ahead and do everything that we can to answer if you have anything else. But I am going to go back to the PowerPoint in the meantime. Do you see the PowerPoint?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
Okay. The bottom line for kinesiology, personal fitness trainer, instructor is, did we already go through the,
Sorry, I went.
that's okay, is $38,160 annually. Athletic trainer, potential earnings is $58,700 annually. And physical education teacher is $41,607 annually. Exercise physiology, $45,806, and coaching, $36,243 annually. Now we'll watch a video so you can learn more about the kinesiology department. Marilyn Mapes is the point of contact.
The faculty is well-rounded. They're very versatile when it comes to dealing with the students and the different demands that the students need. They're also very knowledgeable in the information that they're instructing. Also enjoy the facilities. The facilities are very great when it comes to applying the knowledge that you learn in class. They have a full functional gym as well as a swimming pool, basketball courts, all the things that you need to apply everything that you learn in class.
We offer an associate's degree in kinesiology. Within that, we have the degree itself. Of course, with an associate's degree, it's a great transition to a bachelor's degree so that you can then go to exercise physiology in a few different dimensions within kinesiology. With just the associates, if one wanted to work immediately, we can go into physical therapy, personal training, perhaps even athletic training. So there's quite a few opportunities. And we also have some certificates that are offered. Currently, we have a first aid certificate, and then we also have a personal training certificate. In the kinesiology department, we really have two separate components of it. We have lecture classes and activities. So for example, in the lecture area, we could take first aid, health, another class called Concepts, which is a personal training style class. And then we also offer the activity classes, anything from swimming, Muay Thai, spin bike, so various activity, lifetime sports type classes that we also offer. We love working with the students. We love our job. We have a passion for teaching. We really do care about the industry. And we look forward to having as many students as we can going through our program and making an impact in the world.
And if you have any question, marilyn.mapes@ctcd.edu is the point of contact, and she'll be happy to answer any questions. We have a wonderful kinesiology department and gym and facilities in general. Why choose Homeland Security and Emergency Management at CTC? The challenges of preparedness, mitigation, response, and recovery from disasters and threats to our national security are endless. Just take these past couple weeks, we've had a couple hurricanes, and we're still dealing with COVID, so all of this would fall under this degree. Upon completion of Homeland Security and Emergency Management program, students will be well-rounded and educated assets to any organization they serve. Bottom line for Homeland Security and Emergency Management, Emergency Management Director, potential earnings is $68,360 annually. Market growth is 5 to 8%. Police officer or firefighter, potential earnings is $59,000 annually. Market growth 5 to 8%. Federal, state, local first responders, potential earnings $72,000 annually, 7 to 9%. And some of these degrees may require you to go further than an associate's degree on to bachelor's degree. The point of contact for this degree and department is Cheryl Jones at cheryl.jones@ctcd.edu. Why choose child development at CTC? Child development professionals impact children's lives forever. This is the career field that I have a degree in. Few career fields offer so many job opportunities in such a variety of settings. This profession requires patience, good judgment, strength of character, confidence, compassion, sense of humor, commitment, and maturity. Our students have a unique and diverse opportunity to apply what they learn in our CTC Child Development Center Lab School, and our courses are available 100% online. Bottom line for child development, there were 149 child care jobs available in Killeen, Texas at Indeed.com in February 2019. Average child care director salaries in the state of Texas range from $30,994 to $38,031. Now I'd like for you to watch a video to learn more about child development.
This program is special because after you get the classroom setting and learn all the material you need, instantly you're able to go in a real life child development setting and apply what you learned.
The Child Development Department includes 3 components. The first is the Child Development Program, which includes an associate's degree and several certificates. We also have the Associate of Arts in Teaching program, which is more geared towards public school teachers. And we have a Child Development Center Lab School, which is where students can do their observation hours for many of their classes.
And our goal as a lab school is to educate future teachers so that they're ready to work in this field. When you're actually doing a hands-on work with the children, when you're actually observing the teacher, you're getting so much more knowledge than you would get just from reading a textbook.
Eventually, we want to get you into your own classroom or own your own facility and be able to, if you're a director of a center or owner of a center, you'll be able to, let's say you take child guidance course, then you're going to be able to give that teacher information on some positive guidance techniques, iMessages, problem-solving skills. And so we want to make sure that when you're here for lab, that you're actually implementing what you're learning in your lecture or your coursework, and you're applying it actually in the classroom with children.
You actually watched on that video, that was my child guidance class, and I was the instructor for it. But the contact for child development is laura.lamper@ctcd.edu. Why choose criminal justice at CTC? This program is designed to prepare students for stable, rewarding careers in law enforcement, corrections, investigation or investigative services, or other protective service fields at the local, state, and federal level. Those who enjoy serving the community through protection, investigating criminal offenses, and capturing and monitoring those who commit crimes are constantly needed to fill positions in these professions. What is the bottom line for criminal justice? There are many different jobs in the field of criminal justice, which include law enforcement, corrections, and probation officers. The median annual wage for probation officers and correctional treatment specialists was $53,020 as of May 2018, and it comes out to about $25.49 per hour. The point of contact is John Silla at john.silla@ctcd.edu. Why choose the Police Academy at CTC? The Central Texas College Law Enforcement Academy is designed to prepare students to meet the basic requirements of the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, or TCOL. It is a peace officer in Texas. It provides up-to-date training, state-of-the-art facilities, dedicated instructors, and staff to prepare students for an exciting, demanding, and fulfilling career in law enforcement. Bottom line for Police Academy or peace officers, the median annual wage for police and detectives was $63,380 in May 2018, and it comes out to $30.47 per hour. The job outlook over the next decade is expected to rise 5%. Job openings include municipal police departments, county sheriff's departments, state police and highway patrol, and even federal law enforcement agencies like Border Patrol here in the state of Texas. Now you're going to watch a video to learn more about the Police Academy.
This program is special to me because it's my first stepping stone in becoming a police officer. I did the application process and got hired onto a department, and this is what's going to get me to that next step. It's a big milestone in becoming what I want to become.
The title of the program is the Basic Police Officer Course. It's mandated by TCOL. We have to follow their curriculum. It's 696 hours. It's a 5-month course if they do the day course, and it's a 10-month course if they do the night class. Once they finish this program, they're eligible to take the TCOL exam. And if they take and pass the TCOL exam, they can be hired by any agency and become a licensed police officer. We have a very high success rate. We'll get with the agencies that need police officers, and we'll make sure that we put them in contact with the recent graduates.
The point of contact for the Police Academy is John Silla. john.silla@ctcd.edu. So now, how are you feeling about the public service field? How's your confidence level? Do you feel invincible now that you can tackle any of these different careers? And last but not least, do you have any other questions about public service or any of the departments that we covered today?
I don't see any question. Well, I just did want to. We did have a question in a little while. Who do the students contact in order to change a degree plan? And that would be academic advising. And I did include the email in there. You can either use the email. There is a chat option in their website as well, but you're welcome to email them, and they will help guide you through that process as well. Any other questions, thoughts, worries, concerns about the program? I know some of you may have come in a little bit later, and so we went over the programs, but if you have any questions that maybe you had and have not been answered, this would be a great opportunity. Ms. Garza, can you maybe talk a little bit about, I know that you're more with child development, but can you explain a little bit about how the classes are going to be taught in general?
Yeah, for the fall semester for child development, because I'm also instructor for our department, we're going to do synchronous, which is instead of meeting physically in class, you're going to actually meet virtually like this. Our class would meet like this, and then you'll also have coursework online. We also have strictly all online classes. And then once COVID is, hopefully we get done with COVID, then we'll have go back to blended where you meet in class, and then also straight lecture courses. We have daytime, afternoon, and evening classes.
Great.
I saw there was one question. Do you want to go ahead and read that, and I'll see if I can try to answer it?
Yes, I'm in the field of child development, and I already work at a daycare. How do I get a job at CTC childcare facility?
In order, because we are NACE accredited through the National Association for the Education of Young Children. Right now, we're not hiring anybody, but usually if you're looking for employment at our facility, you would check under CTC employment section on the website, and then you could see if there's any listings for teachers in our field. Most of our teachers have to have an associate's degree or higher to be employed here.
And then the other question that came up, on all online courses, do we meet like this, or just do the coursework?
If it's just online, you would just do the coursework, and the instructor, I know for my students, what I do is I grade assignments, I put announcements. You might have a Blackboard Alta where you're going to collaborate with each other. You have discussion questions, activities. There, let's say for child guidance class that I just taught, there's also going to be field experience and lab hours where you have to work directly with children. And we're currently in the process of our CTC lab school going virtual. Because of COVID, right now we're not allowed to have anybody come physically into our building. So we're going to have videotape the classrooms. I'll be doing that and sending them to whatever instructor that you're in child development. And so it's like you're actually in the classroom with the master teachers in the classroom, and you're able to ask them questions. You're able to see some of the lab assignments. Let's say for guidance, you have to observe caregiving styles. So you'll see the teacher actually talking to the children, interacting with the children, and then you have to determine which different caregiving style is she possess and what it looks like. We also have videos in our courses that we have you watch videos, and then I know Angelica said she was already working in a facility, a child care center, so she would do a portion of her hours at her own facility as well. But half of everyone's hours in child development will be at CTC virtually.
So I think I just want to add in there that we are actually going to be, in general, CTC will have online, means that everything is online and not necessarily you don't have to log in at a specific time. Blended means that you're going to spend some time in a classroom setting on campus, and the rest of everything else is going to be done online. And then we have the SVL, which is the synchronous virtual learning. And that means that you have to log in at a specific time, and you will meet with your instructor at that time, but through an internet platform like Blackboard or Collaborate or something like that, which would be similar to what we're doing right now.
Yes.
So I'm not sure exactly which direction your question really was meant. So I know Ms. Garza was really specific about how child development's going to be doing it, but in general, those are the basic 3 ways that we're looking at doing things right now.
I think someone had a question about criminal justice.
Yes, let me see. Well, let me see. Before that, if we did some hours on AgriLife, does that help?
Yeah, AgriLife, no. That's just a platform for you to get your annual hours for childcare licensing. So those hours don't count for your actual field experience or lab hours in child development.
Okay. Let's see. For Intro to Criminal Justice course, who would be the professor for that class? Actually, that depends. We can have multiple instructors that will be teaching that. And so it's really important that when it's time for you to register for your classes, that you, almost everybody registers through WebAdvisor, and you can actually see the name of the professor before you register for the class. Make sure that you are choosing the way that you want to learn. Like I said before, we have different ways with SVL, online, and blended, but make sure that you look, because we actually have multiple instructors that can teach that class.
And there's also multiple locations too. So you have to make sure that you pick the right location that you want Central Texas campus, because we're in Fredericksburg, Marble Falls, and all across the US and overseas.
Let's see. Now that CTC is in the process of moving to phase 3, majority of them are now online. I had to change it from on campus. I'm guessing that's what that means. Yes, from on campus to online. Yeah, we really honestly are having Central Texas College, because we are, because of how things have developed with COVID-19, what has happened is that we are honestly trying to avoid having students on campus as much as possible. And it's really all for safety reasons.
Safety, yep.
And so anytime, if you for some reason have to come to campus, because there are some classes that just required hands-on experience, like we have culinary, the
EMT,
technology, EMT in the nursing, a lot of the nursing programs, you will have to do it under, but you have to have an appointment and a very specific time to come in to do it. If there is a way of you doing it online or virtually, whether it be through Blackboard or some sort of other platform, that's how it's going to be done. I know that Ms. Garza, she and I had conversations previously that she is looking to, a lot of the stuff, she's just going to use a different application that, not everybody has or is as common. It's common, but not necessarily as common. It's some, like Blackboard that we use for educational settings. So it's going to depend, and we do it just mostly for safety.
yes.
Thank you. I am out in Camp Pendleton, so would those classes be taught in California time or Midwestern time? That is a great question.
A very good question.
This is awesome. This is
good,
I love
good,
this.
good.
This is a great. So it depends, which is why Ms. Garza was mentioning that it's really important that you figure out where your classes are going to be taught, because online classes, you can log into them at any time, pretty much. Now,
just make sure something, Marcelli, just make sure on your due dates, if the instructor is from Central Campus, that you make sure your due dates, or if there's a specific time, that you adjust to that time.
Right.
So that's why if you're in Camp Pendleton, you're at Pacific Coast, you might want to choose an instructor in that area, so then you don't have to worry about the time difference. But if that's not possible, then you have to make those adjustments.
Yes, but we do have classes that are normally taught either at Camp Pendleton or that are actually coded specifically for either like Camp Pendleton or 32nd Street over in California and all of that. So you want to pick classes that are going to be basically at your base or at your location as much as possible. Unless it's online, then then you can pick any section. But you do want to try to make sure that you are cognizant of the time difference, because most of everything that we do is out of Central Time. And so you could take it at any time, anywhere in the world, but a lot of the due dates and everything is going to be Central Time. Most of it is going to be Central Time.
Yeah, because I've had students that were overseas in Germany, Japan, and so I tried to make sure the due dates were usually on Sunday, because most people, if they work full time the weekend, they can get their homework done and try to get that, because we do have a large population of military that come here to CTC.
Yeah. And okay, I have Michael explaining what synchronous and asynchronous is. Thank you. So So yes, it's really, really important that you that is actually an amazingly great question. Thank you for joining us. That makes me really happy that you're doing this, because sometimes we're in Texas and we hope to be able to spread the word out worldwide, but sometimes we're not sure if it happens. So thank you very much, Jake, for that. And yeah.
And probably thank you for your service if you're at Camp Pendleton.
Yes.
I'm an Army veteran, not Marines.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been around military in my life, so yes, thank you. So in any case, thank you for that question. These have been any other questions that you might have, anything else that maybe you might want us to address. This is a really good time for us to do it before we have to wrap it up, because it's almost time for us to wrap it up. But please continue. If you have any other questions, let us know. Because this is the time, and we really want to make sure that you know that we're here to help you as much as we can. We just need you to ask so that we can try to guide you in the correct direction. So let's see. I'm not sure. So is it, what is Michael? I know you said, is it synchronous or asynchronous? I'm not sure
which department or which classes you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what you're talking about. So that's why
Because I know in child development, we are doing synchronous. That means we'll actually, like I was supposed to teach a blended child guidance course, and it was supposed to meet on Thursday from 8 to 10:50 in the morning, physically in class. Now that class, instead of us physically meeting, we're gonna meet virtually during that same class period.
Okay.
So it's going to be synchronous to that.
So just so that you know, Michael, we have the way that the wording and the technical jargon that we use online means that it's going to be asynchronous. You're going to log in and you're going to follow the instructions, but you don't have to log in at a specific time. You just have to make sure you meet the deadlines as they're written in the class. When we talk with SVL, which is the synchronous virtual learning, that you will have to log in at a specific date and time. And to be fair, I think you have to be a Texas resident to be able to actually join those classes. So if you're out in Camp Pendleton, unless you're a Texas resident, which I've had happen, I swear, I used to work for CTC in California and had a Central Texas College van, and I would get honked at and be like, Texas! So I'm not, that might be your case. But if you are not a Texas resident, then you cannot take it outside of Texas. And so want to make sure that you are aware. I'm hoping that answers your question, Michael. If not, please let us know. Do you have some kind of internship for the paralegal program? I believe that there is something, because we had a presentation earlier today that I believe stated that there is something, but that's something you would arrange with your faculty when it's time. Usually for the, they will guide you through that. And actually, I can look up the degree plan real quick.
Yeah, because I know that Cheryl Jones at ctcd.edu is kind of the point of contact for paralegal. So
Yeah.
they can even contact her as well.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I remember them this morning. There was a presentation, because paralegal falls under the business department, and I'm almost certain that they mentioned that there was something for paralegal specifically, because they happened to mention it. But I'm going to share my screen really quick to kind of make sure that you can see where I'm at. And then we'll keep, oh, no, I don't want that one. This one. All right, paralegal, here we go. So let's look at the associate's degree real quick, the Associate of Arts. And let me see if I can make this bigger. Introduction. I don't necessarily see that it has one, but there is a really good possibility that you can have one. I just remember, I don't know why, I have a feeling that that is a possibility. It's just that it might not be a requirement. And if not, I know that the business department in general has the possibility for you to also take, trying to see if it was in this one, but they can help you if you really want to have an internship. They have net impact, and even if you're part of the paralegal part, net impact, even though it's it's a student-led organization, they can help guide you so that you can have an internship like experience. So that's something that you might want to definitely talk to the department. It might not be directly paralegal internship as a class, but they can help guide you through that if you want one. Pertaining, if so, you know, that's something if you already work in on a law firm and you're looking to do an internship, that is something that you could definitely talk to the department. There are ways and certain things that might be able to help you, and they might give you, if nothing else, credit for experience. But that's something you want to really talk to the department about, and the possibilities that they have available for you.
Yeah, because they might be able to get evaluated credit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even if they
because our department does that as well.
Mm-hmm. So that's why it's something that's really specific to the department and to that program. So it would require the faculty to really look at it and decide if you can get credit for it or not. I am scheduled to take the TSI, but I am supposed to register for class by the 10th too. It should not affect your financial aid. And I really actually recommend that you have you talked to academic advising already about this? Because I know you have that scheduled, but you can talk to academic advising and they might be able to help you register for some of the classes, if not all of them. And you can take the TS, they have an option where you can temporarily register based off of a practice exam. So that's something you might want to look at, that academic.advising at ctcd.edu, and ask them. And it also depends on what classes you want to register for, because they will let you register for any class except like the college algebras and the English composition classes. So you can register for other classes already. What you really need to make sure is that if you require developmental, you have to take developmental every semester until you are considered college ready for English and math. So that's what it is. But as long as you register for your classes before classes begin, you should be okay. It's just a matter of making sure that the money comes in so that you don't get your classes dropped. So the sooner that you actually get registered, the better. Which is why I really think you might want to contact academic advising right now, like today or tomorrow at the latest, and try to contact them and try to figure out if there's a way that you can register with a practice test until you can get that TSI. Does that make sense? The test. I hope it does.
I know in our program, when it's certificates, because we have 4 different certificate programs, that they do not have to take the TSI with our certificates. It's just when they go ahead and move up to the associates.
Right. So that's why you really want to talk it over with academic advising, and you can go to and you can chat with them in their webpage. If you go there, there's a chat option and you can chat with them and they'll help guide you through it as well. Where would I be able to find my class schedule for all of my classes? Great question. I'm going to be a little bit careful with you, Mr. Jake, but you can always see your schedule in our web advisor. It's a program that we have and you can see that. If you're military, however, that's why I'm going to put this little caveat in here. You have to also, you can check also with, depending on what version of what service of the military you're in, there might be a different program that you have to access. So I'm just going to say web advisor with the possibility of that you might have to register through a different program if you're military. So make sure you contact your educational your ed center or Navy College, depending on
The
if you're
branch.
Marine or not, or Navy, and depending on the branch. Thank you, and make sure that you verify that. But if not, you should be able to see it through WebAdvisor. You just might not be able to register through WebAdvisor.
Yeah, because most of the time with the military, you have to go through your ed center to do the
GA.
yeah, that. And
Yeah.
if you're looking at if it's a spouse of military, there's my CAA. So you might have to go through that program, or if you're listing it as far as paying for your education and stuff like that. And there's
Usually,
plenty of scholarships available too.
but usually seeing your schedule, if you just want to see it, WebAdvisor is the one you can see it in. Just be careful with don't register through there if you're military without talking to your ed center. Let's see. I haven't received an email back yet, but I did send my practice results as well. Okay, good. Unfortunately, it won't let me register for any classes. I know. I'm sorry, darling Champagne. But that's why you might want to actually chat with them. And that way you can verify, and I can show you where to do that. Let me show my screen. Because this might help you. We need you to register today. We need you to be like ready today if possible. So let me show you here. So the easiest way, if you go under search and you type academic advising, you're going to get results. And this first one right here, this is going to give you the chats. If you're in Texas, you use this one. If you're out of Texas, you use this one. But if you click in the Texas one, for example, it's going to ask you for your name, first name, last name. Either if you have a CTC ID, make sure you put that in there, or your date of birth, your email address, and if you have an Eagle Mail that you are familiar with, go ahead and put that there, your phone number, and describe your issue. And that's going to populate, and it's going to go to someone that's going to be chatting back and forth with you. So I just want to make sure that that's one way that you can get an answer that's much more quick than otherwise. And just remember that there's a lot of people that are trying to register last minute and try to get stuff done, so it might take them a little while for them to be able to respond to your email. As for WebAdvisor, since I'm here under Student Tools, this is WebAdvisor. And then you would log into here and you could see your entire schedule. But that's how you get to WebAdvisor. And if you need any information like your password, ID lookup, all of that, it's in that initial page. So I just wanted to share that since we have that. Let's see. Who do I talk about? Joint service transfer. Ooh, I still need to submit that. Okay, so if you're in the military and you need to get the JST, then you need to talk to your ed center about that. And I think there is a website, but it's been so long since I've dealt directly with military that I don't want to lie to you. So I'm going to say talk to your ed center, and then you can get that sent directly to us. And because they have to mail it into us so that we can evaluate any kind of military credits that you can have. I know that there's a website. I just can't remember.
He said he's a veteran, Marcelli. So he could contact the vet center here at CTC. We have vet services, and I was trying to see.
Oh, I have his number, Morgan, Mr. Morgan's.
Okay, yeah. And that's where you would do that, Michael, is through, because I saw that I saw it come up that said you were a veteran. You would go through Morgan.
Morgan, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's James Morgan, but I just want to make sure I don't want to lie to you. Actually, I have a slide for that.
Oh. I'm looking in my phone book here.
Yeah, I know he's working from home right now,
yes,
but he is definitely checking his email. I have it here.
Yeah, it's James Morgan.
It's james.morgan3@va.gov. I know he's checking that email because he has a Central Texas College email as well, but I know he's checking that one because he's been sending me messages today and for the last week.
Yeah, and he's the counselor for Bet Success.
Yeah, so he works directly for the VA, but he works with CTC students. And if not, I'm going to look it up because I know that there's a joint center website, and I'm that person that I love to Google.
That you have to know.
Yeah. Joint service transcript. I know that there's a website that you can use. Here it is. Bam. Let me. I know it's not private. I know. Okay, let me do this. I will send you the link. I can't open it because I'm not private and I'm sharing to the world and, you know, security things, but there is the website you can look at and see if you can't get your joint service transcript there. When I did that, I had to go through eTreeve and do the distance learning form. Oh, wait. See what? I lost Angelique, I'm sorry, but I lost your, let me go back. I'm not sure what you were talking about, but there are times that you do need to use e-forms, yes, for a lot of things that we submit for students. So I'm not sure what it was. And register for my 2 month. Oh, yes. Okay. I think I see what you're saying. If you're doing developmental classes, depending on what kind of developmental class it is, you might have to actually request to register through an e-form. That's correct. Thank you. I know what you're talking about now. And that's usually because there is a version of the class that if you need like a developmental, there's one version that you can take where you take the developmental and the college algebra or statistics or the college ready class. You can take it together, but the only way that you can register is by filling out an e-form. And I know that academic advisors can help guide you through that. I know exactly what you're talking about now. Thank you. Your ed center is CTC, yes, but for military transcripts, you have to send them. We can't help you with that. Central Texas College can't. We just receive them and try to give you as much credit as we can for your military service. That and I know almost everybody gets like PE. I don't know. I think
Yeah, I got 4 credits for PE, and I was active duty Army for 6 years. So yeah.
You
That
get
was medical.
1 PE credit. So go for it.
Yeah, I got 4.
Yay!
Yay!
I know. Well, it depends on when you joined. It depends on the level of credits that you get. But yeah, definitely.
That was medical, so I got first aid and some other classes.
Yes, helping her for TSA practice. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I think we've pretty much answered all the questions. You guys were amazing. You had awesome
This was
questions.
awesome. Thank you for all the questions.
Yes, and my shout out to our Kent Pendleton friend. You made this definitely more exciting, and I
That
love
was Jake.
I know, thanks, Jake.
And Michael.
And everybody.
And Angelica and Champagne. Yeah, everybody.
Oh, everybody. You were helping each other. So I hope that you continue this trend where you're asking questions and helping each other get answers, because that is going to help you guys along the way a lot more than just trying to figure it out on your own. I promise. So
don't be afraid to ask.
Yes.
What is it? There is no such thing as a dumb question.
It makes it more difficult if we don't know how to help you. So thank you for participating and asking these questions and helping each other out. I hope that you feel like you got some really good answers. So hang in there. We have one more of these cluster presentations today. We're going to have the construction, manufacturing, and transportation one. That one's going to start at 6 p.m. I am going to go ahead and put the link up here so that you guys can hopefully join. And that is for individuals that are interested in aviation and some of the industrial trades, construction trades. Welding is a really big one. We have automotive, diesel, and I'm sure I'm missing.
Sounds like a lot of essential workers, like public service
Yes,
department.
actually.
We're all essential workers in public service as well.
Yes.
So,
So please make sure that you help us and join us. If you're not sure what you want to do, or if you know of somebody maybe that could benefit from it, send them the link. Tell them, hey, join. You know, we're going to be having a nice little conversation, just like what we've been doing right now. And I would love it if everybody comes and join us so that we can continue this great conversation. I want to give a special shout out to Ms. Janine Garza, who has stepped up and helped
thank you.
so much for doing this presentation. Really, really appreciate it. And
No problem.
thank you, Mariana, for helping me out along the way as much as you have. I know you're busy, but you got a lot to do, so thank you. And I will see you guys around. Hopefully, if you have any questions, please contact me, and I will see you around. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. Let me stop streaming.